Welcome 6th grade to the junior high. Enjoy this video we put together of a typical day of a junior high student. Depending on which bus you ride, you will either be dropped off by the junior high entrance or you'll be dropped off in the back by the cafeteria, which you will then have to walk to the junior high. Your AM bus number may be different than your PM bus number, so pay attention. Know your bus numbers and where you get dropped off and picked up daily. Extra help and helpers are provided during the first week of school, so don't hesitate to ask someone to help you. Riding with older students really isn't as bad as you think. Just keep in mind they don't really want anything to do with the younger kids, so if you don't bother them, they won't bother you.
If you get to the school before 7:30, you have to wait in the main lobby next to the junior high office or in the lobby next to the junior high gym. If you would like to get breakfast in the morning, you can go down to the cafeteria after you get dropped off by your parents or the bus. You are allowed to use your phones until 7:40, but after that time, you have to turn off your phones or silent them. In the morning, there will be 10 minutes for you to get your stuff from your lockers. You will not fit much into your lockers because they are too small. You can only really fit your binders, gym bag, books, and workbooks. Go to your locker as much as possible. All your books and binders create a lot of unnecessary weight in your book bag. Lockers are not necessarily by all of your classes, but your lockers are close to your advisory, and the junior high is not that big. So if you need to go to your lockers before your next class, 5 minutes is plenty enough time to do so. Just don't dilly-dally. You will receive your locker combination at orientation in August. They will give you plenty of time to practice that day. Kicking the lockers does not make it open. If it gets jammed, go to the office to fill out a maintenance slip and they will fix it. Do not give your locker combination out.
There is 5 minutes between classes. Classes are located somewhat close to all of your other classes. Most junior high classrooms are within the 2 main hallways of the junior high. Some classrooms are further away, so you may need more time to get there. These include the art room, chorus and band rooms, FCS, STEM, the pool, and if you have any classes in the library.
You may have 8 to 11 different teachers, so teaching styles are different. Some may talk most of the class and others may do more hands-on activities or allow you to work on your own. Some may have a schedule they follow, such as work Monday through Wednesday, review Thursday, and test Friday. You will get to use each teacher's teaching style as the year goes on. Teacher expectations are mostly the same in regards to test, homework, and classroom work. Some teachers give classroom time to get started on homework. Use this time to ask questions and get something done. Teachers are very helpful with explaining things. However, they won't know if you need help unless you ask. Take the initiative to ask for help. Teachers appreciate those students that aren't afraid to ask questions.
Hi, 6th graders. I miss you guys terribly and I can't wait for you to come up to the junior high. Hopefully you remember me, you haven't forgotten. I'm Mrs. Peters and I will be your librarian when you come up here. I want to kind of show you around the junior high library because it's a lot different than what you're used to in the elementary schools. First of all, the library is called the Library Learning Commons. It's not just a library because we have more than books. The library, of course, is the most important part of the Library Learning Commons, and I have genreified the whole fiction section for you. I have lots of signs in the nonfiction section, so that won't be a problem, you guys getting to acclimate yourselves up here to that. I do want to tell you that we have a couple other things in the Library Learning Commons. So first of all, outside we have a courtyard here where kids can kind of gather and they can do some work out here, kind of some comfy seats for you. Also in the library, I added a maker space. So that's new for the kids up here this year. You're used to having maker space in the elementary school. I'm going to show you around the maker space a little bit. Also, we have brain break zones, which is a real fun area for a lot of kids when you're feeling stressed, you've had a lot of tests, you're feeling maybe a little bit of anxiety from all of your super awesome but very hard schoolwork. You can play some games, hang out with friends. We have also added a cafe this year that's run by students, and in that cafe we do have some special junior high friendly beverages that you can purchase. So we have some fun seasonal drinks. We just had leprechaun juice for St. Patrick's Day, super fun. So let me take you inside and we'll walk around. One of our comfy sitting areas. As you can see, some of your friends from your elementary schools are here working hard, yet still kind of collaborating, working with their friends. Here's another brain break zone. These guys just finished their work, so now they're going to play a fun game of battleships. I bet some of you recognize them. Another brain break zone. We have some checkers and chess tournaments that happen here. Fun puzzle table in the back. This is another super awesome, comfy area for kids to hang out, get some work done. These gentlemen have finished their work, so they're playing a quick game of Uno. We have some awesome competitions of Uno happening here. Here's another collaboration space. You'll probably recognize some of these kiddos here getting their work done. This is one of my favorite spaces in our new Library Learning Commons, is the maker space. We have lots of fun projects kids are working on in here. Lots of really cool stuff. You can even do some 3D printing in the Library Learning Commons. And last but not least, like I mentioned, we do have a cafe in the Library Learning Commons. We do have some healthy snacks and junior high friendly beverages that you are permitted to purchase when you come in here for study hall. So that's pretty much the Library Learning Commons. I can't wait to get you guys up here. You're going to love it. You're going to make so many new friends when all three schools come together. There's some really cool teachers up here. A lot of fun things happening up at the junior senior high. And I can't wait to show you all the books that I have in this library. You're going to love it.
Agenda books will be given to you on the first day of school by your advisory teacher. They can be used for hall passes and keeping your assignments organized. They're broken down by day and subject. Teacher will tell you when assignments are due, but they don't just forget to tell the class. They usually give you a couple days of notice, and some have a late homework policy. For the most part, book bags are not allowed in the cafeteria or the hall during lunch. It helps keep your materials organized, but that doesn't mean that you should keep everything in there. Homework takes about 30 minutes per night, but it depends on how you use your time in class. Take your time, do it correctly, and explain yourself. Get it done as soon as possible. The sooner you finish, the sooner you get time for yourself. Extra help is available during advisory if you have a pass, and during tutoring after school on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
You must wear a HCPE uniform that can be purchased at Creative Imprints. Long hair is expected to be pulled back into a ponytail or pulled away from your face. You must wear sneakers and socks. Deodorant is preferred as well. If failed to follow the dress code, it will come out of your overall grade and eventually lead to a detention. 7th graders are also required to take a couple weeks of pool. During this time, girls must wear a one-piece bathing suit and boys must wear swim trunks. If you feel uncomfortable, a t-shirt is able to be worn over top. Long hair is expected to be in a swim cap. Same consequences apply to pool as in PE. Your teacher will give you instructions on where the locker rooms are, how to get to the pool, etc. when the time comes. Lockers in the locker room do not have locks in them, so do not bring anything in there if you are worried about them being stolen or lost. Leave them in your assigned locker by your advisory. Harbor Creek is not responsible for any lost or stolen item.
Lunch can get crazy because 7th and 8th grade eat at the same time. At the beginning of the year, you'll sit with your 8th period class until you're trusted to sit with your friends. If you misbehave, like throw something across the room or scream at the top of your lungs, everybody has to pay. So make sure you're well behaved and treat it like you're at a restaurant. A regular lunch is $2.50. In the middle of lunch, you get called up to go to snack line, and this is when you can buy anything extra that you want. Make sure you try to bring your ID every day so you don't have to wait in the no ID line, which is when you get your food after everybody else who had their ID does. You also need your ID for snack line. Lunch is normally 30 minutes long, and try to throw out your lunch as soon as possible, and try to never wait till the end to throw it away, and only leave your seat once or twice throughout the lunch period. You obviously can pack your lunch whenever you want to. If you're buying or going to snack line, make sure you have money on your account so you aren't running low or you have to owe more later. You are responsible to give money or checks to the cashier unless your parents pay online. No teachers will collect your money for lunch.
The advisory weekly schedule from Monday to Thursday starts off with a homework board, which takes about 5 minutes. The junior high video announcements go next, which also take about 5 minutes on Monday and Thursdays. We have scripted connections activities, which take 20 to 25 minutes, and up-down time for individual choice and/or short-time academic needs, questions, etc. Once a month, we have group meetings on Wednesdays for Student Council, NJHS, Builders Club, etc. On Fridays, we have junior high and/or advisory choice time, which takes about 47 minutes. On outdoor days, we have field day type activities monitored by teachers, which can be kickball, soccer, can jam, cornhole, frisbee, ladder golf, talk time, no cell phones, etc. On indoor days, we have club type activities with each advisory, like movies, board games, coloring, reading, talk time, homework, no cell phones, longer time academic needs with pass, etc. The advisory guidelines are students are to remain in advisory and participate in each of the planned activities. Students will be able to report to another teacher's advisory with a permission or pass attained earlier in the day during the up-down time. This time may be for submitting or attaining missed assignments, not for visiting friends or etc. Students may report to another teacher's advisory with permission or a pass attained earlier in the day on Fridays during advisory choice time. This may be for more lengthy academic assignments, tests or quizzes, labs, projects, etc. Students may also be assigned or report to a teacher's classroom to complete missing assignments, tests or quizzes, labs, projects, etc. during advisory choice time, based on their academic performances in the weekly grades report.
Fall sports include football, girls basketball, and cross country. Winter sports include boys basketball, wrestling, cheerleading, spring, girls volleyball, and track and field. Outside school offerings are Harbor Creek Soccer Club, softball, baseball, swimming. Extracurricular activities include Student Council, NJHS Yearbook, Lego Robotics, Science Olympiad, Spring Musical, Avarathon, and Student Leadership Council. You cannot join these activities until sign-ups begin. You have to have a physical form filled out. Some coaches will not allow you to play if your grades are low, if you have discipline issues, and if you don't attend practices.
You are not permitted to wear short shorts, tank tops, shirts with bad language, weapons, drugs, etc., or shirts that show your midriff. Most people wear sweatpants, sweatshirts, jeans, t-shirts, sneakers, and shorts. Other policies include no saggy clothes, you're not allowed to wear coats, and they must be carried or put in lockers. All hats must come off when you enter the school. If you arrive to school late, then you have to go to the office to receive a late slip before returning to class. All cell phones are allowed to be out until the first morning bell rings, then it must be turned off till the end of the day. There are consequences if you have your phone out during the day. A warning will be given to you if you don't listen. It will be sent to the office, and if you do it again, a parent will have to pick it up. If you are going on vacation, go to the office to get a vacation form and inform all of your teachers to get all your necessary work that you will be missing.
The bell rings at 2:33 and you only have about 3 minutes to get on the bus. You won't have time to go to your locker after advisory. Make sure you have everything ready you need for home before the bell rings. Buses are in the front and the back of the school. Make sure you have a set time every day after school for when you do your homework. Make sure you have everything ready for the next day, like your lunch, backpack, and gym bag. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask someone. You can ask a teacher, someone in the junior high office, or a student. We look forward to seeing you next school year.
This video was brought to you by the Multimedia Productions class. We hope you enjoyed your day here at the junior high, and we're so excited to see you next year.